Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. As you can see, it's another road game for me, but we're making the most of it. Don't you worry, regular season is right around the corner, so these road games are going to come to a close for me. I'm going to be live in pre-games talking with all you guys, so definitely tune in for that. And also wanted to let you guys know that it's official as of today, or late yesterday. No, today. I'm going to say today. Myself and Green Bean are going to be in attendance together for the home opener against the New England Patriots. So if you haven't come and met us yet at any point, like at the Brooklyn Cyclone, well then come hang out with us for the home opener. It's going to be a blast. My girlfriend's going to be there filming content for us. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So this video is going to be a little bit different from my post-game content. Usually I go drive by drive with no starters and just other things going on in the life at this time. We're going to do a 3 takeaways video instead. So my first takeaway from this game after rewatching is that if La'Mical Pirine makes this team over Josh Adams, it's a crime. I'm sorry. Josh Adams is much better. He proved it last year during the regular season, and he's more productive. Every time he touches the ball, he makes a play. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, Adams today, 12 carries, 62 yards. That's a 5.2 yards per attempt. Against the Giants, he had 2 carries for 14 yards, so that's 7 yards per attempt. Obviously that number is inflated, but on a much smaller sample size of 2 there. As for Pirine, he didn't play this game. He got banged up this week, but in the 2 games that he did play, and he had such a great camp, but in the 2 games that he played, 2.7 yards per attempt against Green Bay, 2.5 yards per attempt against the New York Giants, and last year 3.6 yards per attempt. He's not as good. I'm sorry. You have to keep in the NFL. You have to keep your best players on the roster. Adams is better. Just last year, 5.4 yards per attempt on 29 carries. Didn't really play that much in 2019, but in 2018, he had 4.3 on 120 touches. Come on, he has to make this roster. The number 2 thing is Dan Feeney has to get cut. I'm sorry, he's just not good. He had another rough night. He's had another rough training camp, and if he has to play any kind of meaningful snaps for this team, it's over. It's not a good thing. I know he's just holding down the fort until Elijah Vera Tucker comes back for week 1, but I don't think he's an NFL caliber player at this point. I don't think you can have the luxury of having him on your roster even, because if God forbid there's an injury and he has to come in and play, like I said, meaningful snaps, that's going to be a bad sign. I really don't want any part of Dan Feeney on this team. It's a shame that Alex Lewis retired. Hopefully he is getting right and getting whatever help he needs, but Dan Feeney as your first guard off the bench is not great. So another poor performance from him. And my last take, Josh Johnson greater than James Morgan. And I know it's just 1 game, and I know you can't put a ton of stock into just 1 performance late in the preseason, but I personally just feel more comfortable with Josh Johnson over James Morgan. To me, Morgan is definitely behind Mike White, and I would rather keep the veteran. So Morgan, go play on the practice squad, man. I just don't think, outside of that last play, the Hail Mary to Aboa, what did he do? He really didn't do all that much at all. Where Johnson came in, and yeah, it was against backups, but Morgan played against backups too. He looked a lot more comfortable. So if it were up to me, I would be keeping Josh Johnson on this roster over someone like Morgan. So, I mean, at this point, Johnson might be QB2. And those are really my 3 takeaways from this game. The starters ended up not playing with the rain delay. We didn't get to see Zach Wilson. Okay, I would have liked to see him a little bit more. The plan was for him to play a half, but I think with the weather, that played a factor in it. And next time we do this, it's for real. So it's preseason for everyone, and we're just gonna get back on track here with the videos. But appreciate you guys sticking with me. Let me know what the 3 takeaways you had from this game. I went very offense heavy, but that's what I care about most right now. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll talk to you next time.